Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. We are out here in nature. We got the birds singing for us everywhere. Oh, you hear that? That's a beautiful sign because we are meditating. That's right. How to meditate, Ralph? That's the question that came in. So I'm going to share with you 10 really easy ways I meditate to calm down, to reduce anxiety, to help me get through the day. But first, let's just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Do you want to meditate? Because a lot of people have been writing to me like, Ralph, I want to meditate. How do I start? Where do I begin? And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Is that you? Was that you that wrote that in? Now, we probably think that to meditate, you have to be a Buddhist Tibetan monk. No, you don't. You probably think you have to sit under a tree for hours and hours. No, you don't. You probably think that you have to be super quiet. No, you don't. You can if you want to, though. What is meditation for me? Because meditation is different for everybody. But I'm going to share with you what's helped me deal with anxiety, what's helped me deal with panic, what's helped me deal with any kind of ailment. I meditate every single day. I got a good friend, and we always say this, that what happens when you don't meditate? Accidents happen when you don't meditate. Trust me, I went for a month of not meditating, and it was terrible. Thank goodness I'm back to meditating right now. What is meditation? What am I talking about? For me, meditation is where you absorb yourself into the present moment 100%. The first easy step to meditate that's helped me along my journey is to stop blocking out thoughts and emotions. We have a monkey mind always chattering. We have a reptilian brain stem, okay? We are, so many of us, always in a perpetual state of survival mode. I gotta survive. I gotta pay the bills. I got kids to feed, Ralph. A kid is a baby goat. Children. Look, many of us are human doings, but we're not human beings. Slow motion this side. I wanted to become a human being again. I wanted to feel. Meditation is where you allow thoughts to come through you without judgment. Emotions to come through you without judgment. And feelings to come through you without judgment. It is where you surrender. It is where you accept yourself. It is where you let go of all resistance, because resistance makes stronger. Resistance makes stronger. Therefore, it's going to be really hard to meditate. Oh, but Ralph, yes. I want to be positive. Really? Yes, Ralph. I'm into all of this positive thinking stuff. Really? Yes, Ralph. That means what? I don't want to think anything bad, Ralph. Okay. So if I get a negative thought, Ralph, then, oh my gosh, it's negative. You see, you can't meditate. Ancient cultures, ancient civilizations, ancient Egypt, Tibet, the great masters and sages of that land will tell you that when it comes to meditation, you have to totally allow in every single thought. It's okay to think any thought you want. You have to feel everything, every emotion, without saying, I don't want to feel this right now. You got to feel. You see, many of us, we don't want to feel on the planet. So what do? We suppress and then we repress. Therefore, meditation becomes a whole lot harder. Meditation is like repression is where you are unconscious of certain behaviors and beliefs you hold. Suppression is where you are consciously acting like you don't know it. Now, meditation is bringing all of those emotions to the surface because you are now tuning into the present moment. Voila. The second step that helped me to meditate along my journey was this. Slow down. That's right. Slow down. Slow down totally. Many of us, we spend a whole day rushing up and down. And you just miss me, by the way. Slow down. You could actually say hi for once. Too busy, right? I get it. We are expert runners. We just don't know where we're going. I realized that I was always in a hurry. I never had time. I was always on the move. Therefore, I couldn't meditate. Because meditation is where you slow down everything. You get a lot of slow motion. Yeah, that's meditation. It's where you now are paying attention to detail. I practice mindfulness meditation every single day. I'm going to share with you a technique that's helped me along my journey. I want you to tune into one sense right now. That could be what you are listening to. Right now, what am I listening to, Ralph? Oh, that's a nice bird sound right now. That's meditation. It's where you lock in your focus, where you pay attention to detail. Most people don't do this. They are being bombarded, all of their senses. Therefore, they become overwhelmed, so they zone out. They don't zone in. Meditation is where you zone in. Slow motion this side. So when you slow down, you actually have greater access to your senses, to your feelings, to your emotions, which in turn will help you to meditate. Number 3, let's just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Oh yes. Now, what's helped me along my journey is this, that you got to become aware of your breath, of your breathing. Feels so good. That feels so good, baby. What I love to do is breathe in for 4. Let's do it together. Hold for 4. Release for 4. Breathe in all of that anxiety. Breathe out all of that peace. No. Let's actually breathe in all of that peace and then breathe out all of that anxiety. Isn't that better? That's what meditation is. When you become aware of your breathing, what are you doing? What are you doing? You are tuning in to your senses. You are now putting that monkey mind, that chattering, you're giving it something to do. You are now creating more harmony within the body. Most people are shallow breathing right up here. We want to be breathing deep from the base of our spine to help us meditate more easily and faster. So I started to even do this, where you do this, hold one nostril like this. Breathe in for 4, you hold for 4, then you go like that. Breathe out all the anxiety. Do it every day. There are techniques I'll go over later in another video, but the more you realize the power of the breath, Okay? How long can you survive without food? I'm asking you. What? Couple of days. Okay, that's good. What about water? Okay? Not that long. What about breathing? Even shorter. Okay? So the breath of life is related to the tree of life. And once you really become mindful of your breathing, that will help you to meditate. And you can only do that when you slow down. 7-day vegan challenge number 4. Masticating. Not masturbating, no. Masticating. Where you are chewing your food. That's helped me to meditate. When I am chewing the delicious mango, I am meditating a lot more. So there's a story I'll share with you. There is a Zen master and his disciple, his student. And the student asks, "Master, have you ever tried to become accustomed to the truth?" And the master says, "Yes, when I'm hungry, I eat, and when I'm thirsty, I drink." Then the student said, "No, master, wait a minute, that's what everyone does. Everybody does that." And then the master said, "No, because when they are hungry, they don't do this. Okay? When they are thirsty, they don't do that. Because when they eat and when they drink, they are thinking of various other things, therefore allowing themselves to become disturbed." Slow motion this side. So in essence, the master was zoning in to a beautiful mango. He was really eating and drinking, just doing that. Other people, when they were hungry, they weren't just eating. When they were thirsty, they weren't just drinking. They were thinking about various other things, therefore allowing themselves to become disturbed. How many times have you eaten something, you've been so hungry, you're eating it right now, then you're thinking about, wait a minute, where's my keys? My car keys. Okay. Many of us, we've never eaten a meal because we're thinking about so many other things. So what I love to do is really become present to what it is I'm actually eating. 7-day vegan challenge. Lots of people eating blueberries right now, high in vitamin C. Let's go. Number 5, the 5th step that helped me to meditate a lot easier was to go somewhere quiet. That's right. Many of our cities, even if you're not living in a city, can be busy. Lots of people, lots of energy. Going to somewhere quiet will help you meditate faster because it will give you greater access to your true, authentic self. Slow motion this side. Ever wondered why I'm in nature so much? Because nature allows you to be yourself. You don't have to put on an act. You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to impress people. In fact, there are only leaves around here, and it feels fantastic. Quiet places. Go to the beach. I love going to the beach. Go to the mountains. Look, we got the sun out right now. Sun gazing, a beautiful way to meditate. And also, it will help stimulate the pineal gland, open the third eye even more. Quiet places work like a charm. Number 6, what's helped me is to surrender. Letting go. Meditation is the ultimate letting go. It is almost the art of vulnerability, where you say, okay, right now in this present moment, I'm letting go. There is no past and there is no future. I'm letting go. There is only this moment. Everything else is unnecessary. So when you can realize that you have to surrender, most people aren't ready to surrender because we're still in the monkey mind, in the reptilian brainstem, survival. So what helped me was to really start living the life I had always dreamed of, and I'm doing it right now. And that gives me even quicker access into meditation because I am always surrendering. I've let go already of a lot. Okay? Gone away from the matrix, living the dream life right now. Number 7 is to stop labeling thoughts as good and thoughts as bad. Like good thought, bad thought, medium thought. No, thoughts are thoughts. What makes a thought good or bad is your attitude towards the thought. Slow motion this side. You see, if I was to label my thoughts as good and bad, because a lot of people are trying to meditate, then they start thinking of like porn and stuff like that, right? Look, many times we don't realize this, that it is our judgment towards our thoughts that makes it harder to meditate, that actually creates this resistance. It creates what I call interference patterns. Now, to get rid of those interference patterns that actually help us to meditate, that help me to meditate, I was like, okay, I'm just going to think any thought that pops into my mind. I'm going to allow it in. I'm not going to label this thought or that thought. And then what you find is something quite amazing. It pulls you into the present moment, because the monkey mind is like, okay, I'm just going to think this, who cares? And then it's like, it's not going to bother you so much. But when you don't want something, when you like close the door so tight, you create a lot of resistance. Resistance makes stronger. So stop labeling your thoughts as good and bad, right? Just accept the thoughts for what they are, as clouds passing away. What is number 8? Become present to what is happening right now. Everything else is superfluous. Okay? Superfluous, meaning unnecessary. Emanating from the Latin superfluere, meaning to overflow. If you are feeling overwhelmed in life, it is because you are thinking so much about the future, or you are thinking about what you should have done 5 minutes ago. It's too late, because there is only now. The great psychologist Fritz Perls talked about we have to lose our mind and come to our senses. I love that so much. And I say that the more you ground yourself, the more you become present, by zoning into each sense, one at a time, one sense at a time. What am I? Just focusing on the breath, just focusing on what I'm listening to, just tasting that, right? One at a time, one sense at a time. It pulls you into what is happening. What am I looking at right now? A camera. Okay, we get it. What is number 9? This is what I call the fall and the rise. Someone once told me, we were skating and we were like walking. We started talking about walking, okay? That every time you walk, you are actually falling. Walking is an act of falling and then rising, because you got to fall before you can rise, right? So that is meditation. Meditation is not just sitting under a tree in a lotus pose, closing your eyes, singing Kumbaya. No. Meditation is active. Mindfulness meditation is very active. And how I meditate is by becoming very aware when I'm walking of my strides, my posture, my cadence, my rhythm, my attention to detail of my surroundings, right? My attention to detail of my surroundings. When I'm walking, I'm very aware of what I'm seeing. I used to bump into a lot of lampposts before, and ouch, it really hurt. Now I'm actually paying attention, right? Yoga is also fantastic, because yoga, once again, gives you that awareness. So physical exercise is a great way to meditate if it pulls you back into the present moment. Yoga is all about the mind-body union. In essence, the oneness of who we truly are. And the 10th way to meditate, super easy, that's helped me, listen to music. Do you like music? Great. Turn it up, baby. That's right. Most of us are in the beta brainwave state. That is the monkey mind, right? That's the day to day, what most people are on. Now, we need to drop down to the alpha brainwave state to start to meditate a lot better. And this can only happen, once again, once you are in a relaxed state. Music can help us relax. It can help us meditate a lot faster, move into that state of total surrender. Classical music, fantastic. Put on some Mozart, some Beethoven, reggae music, shout out to Bob Marley. Whatever music you like. Bossa Nova, I love Bossa Nova. Turn on some Tribe Called Quest, whatever works for you, man. Do it, right? 432 hertz, fantastic. Universal frequency. 528 hertz, fantastic. Binaural beats, fantastic. How it's recorded. So music is fantastic. I love listening to a lot of Indian flute music. I love the sitar as well. It really helps me to move into that meditative state. And then you just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Yeah. And there you have it. Have a beautiful day. We are, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. We're out here in nature. Infinite waters, diving deep. Once again, stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You.